And we're back, guys. I'm your host, Good Energy. I give you the rundown on tennis coverage every single day. And we're going to take a look at the WTA Finals, just this matchup in particular. I'm going to give you separate videos where we take a look at the entire draw. We break down each player. But I want to give you a prediction to start things off with a bang. That's right, guys. We're going to take a look at the purple draw first and a matchup that excites me. Why? Because I've talked so much about these two, especially when they play. This is going to be popcorn worthy. I'm going to discuss both ladies in this video, but I really want to take a look at Elena Rybakina because she's one of the biggest stars on tour, one of the best players on tour, and she has not been that active. While Jasmine Paolini coming off, a.k.a. Little Italy, a.k.a. Ciao Bella, coming off of her best season as a professional. Now, not her most wins within a calendar year. We saw her put up 43 victories last year, 43 dubs, 39-18 this year. But she is the fourth seed in this tournament, guys. That's right. A lot of history going on with Jasmine Paolini. She is the highest ranked Italian player of all time on the main tour. She is amazing, right? Number 4, she's the 4th seed here. And we all know Aryna Sabalenka is the number 1 player in the world. She's the top seed, the number 1 seed. But Elena Rybakina is the 5th seed. And Queen Win is the 7th seed. Now, again, with the seeding, they do whatever they want. We've come to realize that. But that consists of the purple team, those 4 amazing ladies. But let's talk about Jasmine Paolini. We all know she's the highest ranked Italian player of all time, coming off of the retirement of Camilla Giorgi, who for many years was the premier Italian player, but now it's Jasmine Paolini. Having the best season of her career, she won her first ever 500 championship, Dubai. She made her first, 1,000 WTA 1,000 master, where she took out Anna Kalinskaya, right? I told you she'd win that match. A lot of people didn't believe it. And she would make history, becoming the first player since Serena Williams to make the French Open Championship match, where, yes, she would lose to Iga Swiatek, but also follow that up with a SW19 final appearance, where she would lose to Barbara Krejcikova. The first player to make back-to-back French Open and Wimbledon finals since Serena Williams would do it. And on the year, Jasmine has beat some very tough competition. She's beat Elena Rybakina this year, guys, right? She's beat Bibi, another slam champion. She's beat Dasha, right? She's beat Donna Vekic, Emma Navarro, Madison Keys, Sarah Ribas-Turmel. She's played Iga. She's played Barbora. She's played some tough competition. And I say it all the time. She's a short center of gravity. She's one of the fastest players on tour. And in my personal opinion, she's the second fastest player on tour behind Coco. She's explosive. She has amazing speed. She has great defense. Her speed is her best defense, but she's worked on her forehand. Her forehand is solid. And I've covered her in the past where that forehand, going toe-to-toe with a lot of the stronger players, you've seen the progress. Right now, she can go toe-to-toe, hang in the pocket, go baseline to baseline with any player on tour with her forehand. She's amazing. And when it comes to the net and defending the net with her speed, listen, she'll just run you off of the court. She's that good. Taking on Elena Rybakina, I said this matchup has always been tough for Rybakina. It will continue to be tough for her because Jasmine's too fast. And if Elena doesn't have a lights-out service type of match where she's serving at least double-digit aces, then that means she's going to be going long rallies with Jasmine Paolini, and she's going to get tired. And Jasmine, in some retrospects, can run circles around anyone on tour. But there's a lot going on with Elena Rybakina. Now, despite not being active, she's still having one of her best seasons on tour. 41-9, only 9 losses, 41 wins, and it seems like she hasn't played in forever. Last year, she had 47 wins, 17 losses, but this is her 3rd consecutive season on the main tour with at least 40-plus victories. She's amazing. She's the winner of 3 tournaments this year. We saw her take out, from the hard-hitting Ukraine, Marta Kasiuk at Stuttgart, which Coco probably should have been in that championship. And that Coco and Elena Rybakina in Germany for Porsche, that would have been exciting. She won Abu Dhabi. We saw her win Brisbane. And listen, Elena Rybakina is solid, okay? She's an amazing competitor. And the reality here is, I think if she's active, If she's healthy, she can beat anyone on tour. And we know that's the case when it comes to Iga Swiatek. She's dominated Iga in her career. And she's kind of turning the page against those matchups with Sabalenka, right? Sabalenka, I consider to be like one of her big sisters on tour. They're good friends. She kind of looks up to her. But listen, guys, she's also a slam champion, and she doesn't get the respect. And we're going to take a look at her new coaching decision. Considering she's a SW19 champion, I think this is a really, really good decision on her part. But I'm concerned. She's only played 3 matches in the last 4 months. And of those matches, listen, she's lost 4 sets. She's went to 2 tie breaks. And she's also complained about, and we all know, look, the testicular issues, the shoulder, the injury issues, the health issues. There's a lot going on with her. And what concerns me in this matchup is she hasn't been active. Right. So I think this is going to be a very tough match. But in terms of her departure with Stefanos, she said, look, it's a big change, but it's going to be a good change. Right. And when she talked about the split, she said, look, the reality here is it's no different from any other coach. You know, you're going to split coaches as a professional. And it's kind of sends the message to me that she doesn't really want people to look too much into the split with Stefanos. And again, she said here, there's a lot of talk surrounding the split, but she kind of put it in simple terms to me as, yes, there's a lot of discussion involving the split with Stefanos, but it's just a split. It happens, right? Trying to downplay it a bit. Yes, there's rumors behind the scenes. I'm not going to get into that because I'm not really the rumor type of guy. Look, if I can't prove something to be true, I don't really want to be reporting on it. And I've said that time and time and again. I enjoy bringing you, coverage of the matches. I try not to get too much into the news stories, even though sometimes you can't avoid it because a lot of it is speculation. If you don't hear it exactly out of a player or a person's mouth, look, it's best to really not engage in it. But the reality here is when you're involving multiple parties, just because you hear it out of one person's mouth, again, doesn't really make it true. But what we do know is true. Her new coach, Goran, is a SW19 champion, right? He coached one of the greatest players of all time, the greatest male tennis player, in my opinion, of all time, Novak, to 9 Grand Slams, that 22 SW19 championship. Yeah, ring a bell with Elena Rybakina. Listen, guys, Novak, that's right, the greatest male tennis player of all time. Here's what I think. I think it's a great coaching decision. I think being a good grass player with her amazing serve, her wide serve, she can beat you anywhere on the court when it comes to her serve. And I've talked about how her mid-court range, in terms of her height, it's the best in the business. A lot of players, you get them mid-court, especially the taller players, it's very tough to get under those backhands. Elena Rybakina does it effectively and accurately. Her forehand is amazing. But I question her defense and her effort and her mental toughness. Yes. Why? Because if Elena Rybakina wins the first set, you break her early in the second set, there's a good chance she might pack it in for the entire match. That's right, guys. Because she loses the second set, if she starts off the third set bad, you never know what might happen. And when it comes to Jasmine Paolini, we've seen several retirements and even walkovers, quite frankly. This is a match that concerns me. And I'm going to cover more about Elena Rybakina, but my prediction for this first round matchup is for Jasmine Paolini, a.k.a. Little Italy, to win at least 1 set. She's a 2-1 underdog, and I think she could win this match outright. That's the prediction, guys. Stay tuned. We're going to cover Saudi Arabia every single match, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, stay tuned because we're going to talk about Coco and Iga. We'll be right back. Tennis in a minute. Show some love. Thank you guys for all the love and support. I'm excited. This is what I live for. The WTA Finals is back. There's going to be a lot of stories. I got a lot to talk about, guys. And you know I love to talk. See you soon.